Hello, Pios fans, and welcome in. I'm John Clement, live from Alex T. Duffy Fairgrounds, as your Elmira Pioneers get set to take on the Watertown Rapids. One final up here in beautiful Watertown, New York. Pioneers 12 and 21 on the season, away from historic Dunn Field 5 and 12. The Watertown Rapids 13 and 19 at home here at Alex T. Duffy Park. 4 and 11. So a couple of teams trying to battle the records as we try to adjust the camera for you folks. As once again, the Pioneers getting set to square off with the Watertown Rapids. We'll have Coach's Corner for you in just a minute. A look at the pitching matchup today on the hill for your Elmira Pioneers. Fresh out of the All-Star break, Kevin Teshko makes his return to the mound. 5.06 ERA, no decisions. 6 games appeared in 3 starts. 16 innings pitched, 15 hits, 10 runs, 9 of them earned, 6 bases on balls, and 20 strikeouts. On the other side, for the Watertown Rapids, Drew Mead will get the start, as Mead this year, a 6.19 ERA, 4 wins, 2 losses, 10 appearances, 6 starts, 1 complete game, and 36.1 innings, 50 hits, 31 runs, 25 of them earned, 11 bases on balls, and 18 strikeouts. Of course, Kevin Teshko, one half of the Teshko twins, comes in at 6'1", a $185, right-handed pitcher from Old Dominion. By way of National Park, New Jersey, 3-time All-Conference selection at Gateway High School in New Jersey, Kevin was selected to compete in the prestigious Carpenter Cup. Teshko helped lead Gateway to a conference title during his tenure and threw a no-hitter in the opening game of his senior year. Hopefully, a trend he'll be able to continue here tonight. Before we get too much further into the Miller's Mowing pregame show, we want to remind you our pregame show is brought to you by Miller's Mowing. If your field isn't game day ready, give them a call, 607-302-8226. With that, we're going to head down to Coach's Corner, listen to what Matt Birch has to say, and we'll be right back in just a few moments. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, and there you heard it from head coach Matt Birch. Coach Birch, obviously, dealing with a little bit of a different lineup here after the All-Star break. He has his lineup set and ready to go for tonight. Going to be leading off with Jeff Mejia playing center field. Brody Moore will stay at short. Nathan Pang will play left field tonight. Garrett Schultz back at his familiar right field position. Trey Harmon, the home run derby champion, will take his spot over at first base. As you hear the applause for Trey Harmon's home run derby win, want to thank all these great Watertown fans for that. And then we'll play third base tonight. Craig Corliss has the designated hitter spot. Bryce Moskowitz will do the catching, and Zach Turner will round out the lineup playing second base. Kevin Teshko on the mound. On the other side for the Watertown Rapids, Drake Smith will play third base and lead things off. Derek Kasperzik, fresh off the All-Star game, comes in to play right field. Emil Matty will play center field. Batting third, James Crick will take over on first base. Batting fourth, Michael Rounds will designate a hit and bat in the fifth spot. Vinny DeRubius, fresh off his home run derby appearance, will take over in left field. Then Kale Showers will catch. Nate Chase will bat eighth and play second base. Danny DeMarzo will play shortstop and bat ninth. And Drew Mead will be on the hill. The Watertown Rapids, of course, will be looking to keep a hold of their playoff spot. The only way to do that is to keep going against the Pioneers here tonight. They have not had a lot of success at home this year. We already discussed that record here at Alex T. Duffy Fairgrounds. They are just 4-11. Pioneers, however, on the road, 5-12. We're going to step aside for the national anthem. We'll be right back here on Mixlr.com. All right, and so with that, the Elmira Pioneers will get set to take their spot up at the plate. They will bat first here as the visiting team. Of course, as we said, they're going to face Drew Mead, 9 ERA, 4 wins, 2 losses on the year in 6 starts. Certainly an admirable record, considering 36 innings pitched, 50 hits, 31 runs scored, 25 of them earned, 11 bases on balls, and 18 strikeouts. Mead certainly has some good stuff when he is on top of it. We'll have to see if the Pioneers can find cracks in his armor here tonight. The Pioneers will be back at home on Saturday as they will host a doubleheader. And of course, the doubleheader will take place starting at 5 o'clock. The second game hoping to start around 7:05, the usual time. So we'll have to see what the Pioneers are able to do as they will face those dreaded Newark Pilots. Newark has really done a number on the Pioneers this season. But back home at the Dun, the Pioneers have been fairly impressive, the record notwithstanding, as Elmira this year back at home 7-9. They are below 500, but they are still getting things going. Here late in the season, we'll have to see what this new lineup's going to look like. As once again, we've read it. Now we just got to see it. As the Elmira Pioneers did, of course, lose a few players during the All-Star break. That's unavoidable. Some of these players have played fall ball, spring ball, and now playing summer ball. So it's a long year for a lot of these collegiate athletes who are trying to keep things going and earn themselves a playoff berth this summer. With that, we'll wrap up the Miller's Mowing pregame show. If your field isn't game day ready, call Miller's Mowing 607-302-8226. Mejia will step up as he will be the first man up to the plate tonight for the Pioneers. Mejia batting .348 as a leadoff hitter in 24 attempts. Over his last 5 games, Mejia batting an impressive .308. So Mejia takes ball number 1. 1 ball, no strikes. As again, first pitch, and we are underway here live from Alex T. Duffy Stadium. Alex T. Duffy Fairgrounds. Next pitch swung on, strike 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 count here, and let me try to adjust a bit better view of the plate. As now again, the windup and pitch from Meade is taken high, 2 balls, 1 strike. As Jeff steps back in. As Meade winds and comes set, delivering right down the gut. Mejia's going to want that one back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So the leadoff batter here, Mejia, to be followed by Brody Moore and Nathan Pang. As now Meade delivers. Cut on by Mejia up through the middle. That's going to be a single for Mejia as it rolls right to the center fielder. Mejia going 1 for 1 here tonight. That'll bring up the shortstop, Brody Moore, number 13. Brody has had a little bit of a tough time in his last couple appearances. Hopefully the 2-game break will give him the chance to get things going yet again. Brody came in on fire, as now he comes in, moving down just a little bit in the lineup here, 269, as he's 14 for 52. The wind and the pitch. Moore takes ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. As again, Drew Meade has to deal with that runner over there on first. A big hole on the right-hand side of the infield. As Meade winds and delivers, Brody cuts on that. That will be fouled away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Still nobody out here in the top of the first. So we're back to the games that mean something. As that last game that we called the All-Star game didn't mean a ton. Tie ball game 5-5 ended it. The highlight of the day for Elmira Pioneers fans was Trey Harmon's victory in the home run derby as strike 2 is called. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As coming back, Brody Moore waiting. Moore waits, the wind and the pitch from Meade. Swung on and missed, thrown down to first. That's not going to be in time, but Brody Moore goes down on strikes for the first, heading up for the play. Bat from the right-hand side as well, as Drew Meade trying to keep things going here. As again, stepping back in, Pang looks out. Meade looking in, winds and delivers. Cut on and popped up. This will get out of play. No balls, 1 strike to Nathan Pang. As Pang steps back in. Drew Meade back there on the mound. We talked about his numbers already. As now Pang trying to pull himself into a hitting spot here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. As once again, we are in a Tioga Down showdown, our first Tioga Down showdown of the evening. Remember, you too can be an all-star. Come watch Smash Mouth down at Tioga Downs this summer. Next pitch is in there for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. So far, Nathan Pang, 245 on the summer, 13 for 53. Pang steps back in as Drew Meade coming set. Meade winds and delivers. Taken low. 3 balls, 1 strike. 3-1 count, 1 out. As Pang Steps back in. He looks out. Peng from UC Davis as he goes up against Mead here. The wind and pitch. Cut on. That one's connected on solidly down the left field way. And that will be not hung on to. So that will keep the runner at second as he had to play dangerously there. Error will occur out in the field, so we'll have to see, but I believe that's how it will be scored. There is the error. So Nathan Peng will go 0 for 1, but he does reach on the error. So that's going to bring up Garrett Schultz. Schultz, who has been an amazing fielder this season, also hitting the ball pretty well, 21 for 88. Good enough for a 239 batting average. Schultz coming in as he looks out. The throw is in there for a strike, 0-1. Garrett Schultz, in his last 10 games, batting .241. He is 7 for 29. See if he can pick it up here after the couple days off, including the rainout yesterday. So the 2-day All-Star break turning into a 3-day as Schultz will ground the ball towards first, scooped up, thrown over there to second. Won't have time to get anybody else. So the second out is achieved, but now runners stand on the corner. As that'll bring up the home run derby champion, Trey Harmon. Harmon was very impressive during the All-Star break, vaulting 30 home runs over the fence back in Saugerties to take home a rather large trophy. Make sure you get out on Saturday for a chance to admire that at historic Dunn Field. Harmon steps in, looks out as Mead comes set. Runners at the corners, first and third, 2 outs. That pitch connected on. That's driven out towards center. This should be playable. And the catch is made. Down goes Harmon, 0 for 1. And that will do it for the first half of the first inning. When we come back, Watertown comes to the dish. We'll be right back here on Mixlr.com. All right. Well, the Pioneers head to the field. Kevin Teshko wearing an unfamiliar number, as today he will wear number 35 due to some uniform complications we found on the way here. So Teshko wearing the number of Noah Rubino. Maybe some of that all-star magic will rub off, and Noah can help Kevin to his first win this summer. Going to have a difficult task to get through as Drake Smith will lead things off. Drake, 313 as a leadoff batter in 16 attempts. So Smith comes up. Smith stepping in as Teshko going to have to go to work. He is out there on the mound. This will be Teshko's 4th start of the season. Kevin comes set out there on the mound as he looks in, winds and delivers. High, 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 count as Teshko trying to get things started for the Pioneers. Coming back set, the wind and the pitch. Cut on and fouled away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Teshko steps back in as he takes a gander around. Now comes set, winds and delivers. Taken for a ball, 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1 count here as Teshko trying to work to Smith. Smith, 292 on the year. Aside from his impressive numbers as a leadoff hitter, ground ball hit there to short. Brody Moore scoops it up, throws to first, and Trey Harmon catches it in time for out number one, as the leadoff hitter will go down without much fuss. That's going to bring up Derek Kasperzak, who's fresh from an all-star appearance. Kasperzak, the best hitter on the Watertown Rapids team, 312 with 24 for 77. Kasperzak stepping back in here. As again, Elmira trying to work quickly through a first inning. As now, the windup and the pitch from Teshko. Taken for a strike, 0-1. No balls, one strike. Teshko working quickly here. Impressive to see. As Kevin comes back set, he winds and delivers. Taken for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Another Tioga Down showdown. As Kasperzak waits in, the teammates from the bench announcing his presence as he takes ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. As again, trying to work his way through the inning is Kevin Teshko out there on the mound. Teshko comes set. He winds and delivers. Taken for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. As again, Kasperzak stepping back in. Teshko looks. Back, winds, cut on and fouled away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 more time here. As the Pioneers looking for the second out of the bottom of the first inning. Kasperzak to be followed by Emil Matty. Kasperzak adjusting. Now he steps back in. Teshko has his sign already. Winds and delivers. Cut on and fouled away. This will get out of play as once again Teshko will have to face the 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Standing on third base tonight is Brennan Dorigi. He will lead things off in the top of the second. The wind and the pitch. Taken for a ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Dorigi has been bouncing around in positions here as of late. He's really a utility player, can play almost anywhere, now having to fill the spot vacated by Preston Moore. The windup and the pitch. Taken for ball 4, and that will be the first walk of the game as Kasperzak heads down to first. So, Emil Matty batting .295. He's 26 for 88 this year. As now, Pioneers pitcher Teshko checks on the runner over at first. Teshko coming back set. He checks on the runner one more time. Has his sign, winds and delivers. Bounced up to the catcher as that's ball 1, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, as Moskowitz having to play a little bit of defensive catcher. Trying to keep the ball in front of him. Teshko checks on the runner again. Comes back set. He waits. The wind and the pitch. Runner is off. Throw down by Moskowitz is to the wrong side of the base, and Turner was able to keep the ball in front of him. So now I try to see the numbers on the board out there. Looks like a 1-1 count according to the home plate umpire. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Another Tioga Down showdown. As Teshko checking on that runner again. He throws back. No, holds onto the ball. He looked back as scampering around out there, Derek Kasperzak. So Teshko checking back on the runner again. Turner pinched in at second. Now the throw comes in. That's in there for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Teshko trying to find his bearing out there on the mound. First inning, always a difficult one for any pitcher. Kasperzak checking on the fielders back behind him. As now Teshko looks back, Kasperzak with a healthy lead back there at second base. The windup and the pitch. Cut on, driven down the left field line, and that will get in fair. This should score the first run of the ball game. Coming around to second, and that will get into the infield. Dorigi cuts off the throw. 1 run scores as Emil Matty earns himself an RBI double as James Crick will come up. Crick, who is coming into the night, batting .282, 20 for 71, as the Pioneers trail 1-0 already here in the bottom of the first. Still a runner in scoring position as Matty had himself a double. Checking and delivering is Teshko. He throws strike number one. No balls, one strike, one out here in the bottom of the second. Lots of time for the Pioneers to come back. However, don't want to dig that hole any deeper. Teshko looking in. He steps off towards second base, and now will come back set on the mound. Matty, certainly known for his speed, can carry a lot of weight out there on the base pass. The wind and pitch from Teshko. High, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Another Tioga Down showdown. 8 stolen bases for Matty on the season so far. As now, Teshko looks in, checks the runner at second, and delivers. Taken for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. As Crick, known for his big bat out there. Crick has 4 home runs on the season so far. As now again, the wind and the pitch. Taken for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. As again, Teshko looks in. He waits. Teshko checks on the runner back at second. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and fouled away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. As again, the Pioneers pitcher Kevin Teshko trying to work his way out of trouble here. Teshko looks in. As again, checking on Crick. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and fouled away. Crick stays alive one more time. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. As the Pioneers having some trouble here in the top of the first inning, already having surrendered a run, another run in scoring position. As again, Teshko looks, winds, and deals. That one is popped up. This should be playable. Turner has to turn around, and the ball is played perfectly there by the shortstop, Brody Moore. That will keep Matty solidly at second base and bring up Michael Rounds, the designated hitter. Rounds this season is batting up at the top, .294, 15 for 51, as he comes up with runner in scoring position and 2 men out. Check out his stats in that situation, as Rounds is batting .200 with runners in scoring position and 2 men out. Coming back set, the wind and pitch from Teshko, just a bit outside, 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 count here, as Kevin trying to go back to work. Kevin checks the runner back at second. Matty taking a bit of a lead out there. The wind and the pitch. Taken for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. As again, the Pioneers trying to get themselves out of the bottom of the first, having surrendered a run. Looking in. Rounds, the 5th batter to come up this half inning. The wind and the pitch. Taken for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. As he comes back. As he looks in. Teshko comes set, winds and delivers. Outside, 3 balls, 1 strike. 3-1, 2 outs. As again, comes back set. Teshko looks in, checks on the runner. He winds and delivers. Inside, that'll be ball 4, the second walk of the inning. As now Vinny DeRubius heads up. DeRubius coming up to the plate, fresh off his All-Star appearance. Vinny DeRubius had also appeared in the Home Run Derby, an event Trey Harmon was able to come away with a victory in. As now, coming back set, Teshko. 2 men on now, runners at first and second. The cut is fouled away. No balls, 1 strike as Kevin Teshko battling with a 1-0 deficit right now. Pioneers needing to get back to the plate and try to put up some offense of their own here in the bottom of the first inning. So Teshko looks in, Deribius at the plate. Teshko winds and delivers. Taken for a ball, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Deribius, the 6th batter of the half inning. As Teshko checks on the runner at second. The wind and the pitch, cut on, fouled away, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pioneers trying to work their way back into a playoff position here. A win against Watertown would go a long way towards that. As again, Teshko looks in. He waits, checks on the runner back at second, winds and deals high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, another Tioga Down showdown. As coming back set, Teshko looks in. He winds and delivers. Cut on, hit out there towards left. That one will be scooped up. The runner comes around third, trying to get home and cut off by Derigi. That'll allow the second run to score as Deribius goes 1 for 1 and has an RBI. That's going to bring up Kale Showers as the Watertown Rapids have a 2-0 lead now. So Showers heads up. Showers on the season is batting just .204, 10 for 49. He's now also batting with runners in scoring position and 2 men out. In that situation for Showers, he is 400 in 5 at-bats. So coming back set. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Excuse me, no balls, 1 strike. I had myself backwards there. Showers. Waiting. Cut on and missed. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. As now, Teshko trying to work his way out of this half inning. Comes set. Checks on the runner back at second base. Teshko winds and delivers. In there for a strike. The throw down unnecessarily, as that was strike 3. And Showers goes down 0 for 1 on the strikeout. The Pioneers will head to the dugout and head back for home plate. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, so Brennan Derigi set to lead things off for the Elmira Pioneers. Derigi, as the leadoff hitter, 215 attempts. See what he can do here. As the last couple warm-up throws are thrown. As again, Pioneers will be back at home Saturday for a doubleheader starting at 5 o'clock against the dreaded Newark Pilots. As now the final throwdown has happened, Derigi will step up to the plate. Derigi, Corliss, Moskowitz all due up here in the top half of the second inning. So Derigi heads back up. Derigi is the strikeout man, so he will earn these fans tacos if he strikes out. He'll be trying to deny them that here. The last time we were here, Preston Moore was able to deny the tacos to the fans here in Watertown. Derigi will hope to follow suit, playing third base here tonight. The windup and the pitch. Derigi takes strike one, 0-1. All right, so again, Derigi looking. The windup and pitch from Mead. Taken for a ball, 1 strike. 1-1 count as Drew Mead going back to work. He comes set. Winds and delivers. Taken high, 2 balls, 1 strike. As Derigi steps back into the plate. Coming set is Mead, the wind and the pitch. Taken for ball 3, 3 balls, 1 strike. 3-1 count here. As Derigi waits, the windup and the pitch. Cut on and hit. That will be in there for a single. So no tacos for the fans as of yet, as that's going to bring up Craig Corliss. Corliss is 0 for 2 here on the season. Corliss has only had 2 at-bats. See what he can do. Corliss, a recent addition. His bat, somewhat legendary from last season, as he'll look to get things going for the struggling Pioneers here in this current summer. Corliss looks out. Corliss from Siena, teammates with a few of our players, including all-star Noah Rubino. A pitch cut on and fouled back, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, as Derigi stands on first base after hitting a single to start things off here. Very similar to the start Mejia had in the top of the first. Pioneers were unable to cash in. They now trail by 2, so need to find a way to put runners on base and bring them around. The wind and the pitch from Corliss is taken for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. As stepping back in is Corliss. He waits. Looking out. The wind and throw over to first. Diving back in was Derigi, but the first baseman had a little trouble holding on to it. So the ball was thrown back as Crick returns. Coming back, Corliss. 1 ball, 1 strike. He waits. The windup from Mead. He kicks and delivers. Cut on by Corliss and fouled off again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, Corliss checks down to his manager, Matt Birch, getting the signs. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Craig Corliss steps back into the plate. Corliss, the designated hitter here tonight. As Corliss looks out. Mead checking on Derigi over at first. The wind and the pitch. Taken for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. As Birch continuing to give signs over there to Derigi. See what they do here with Mead. Coming set. He winds and delivers. Cut on and missed as Corliss goes down on strikes. Corliss will be the second strikeout of the evening. That'll bring up Bryce Moskowitz, the catcher. Bryce, this season, batting .250. He's 14 for 56. As now, Moskowitz kicking around the dirt. As signs given over there. As again, Derigi looks off over at the pitcher. The pitcher now steps on the rubber. Derigi can take his lead. As Mead looks in. He winds and delivers. Taken low, 1 ball, no strikes. Derigi gets right back over to first. As again, signs being given. Bryce Moskowitz waiting. As Drew Mead checking on Derigi, winds, delivers, cut on, ground ball, right towards second base. Over some hard luck playing there by the shortstop, as that will be, I believe, marked as an error. As yes, that is what is up on the board. So Moskowitz reaches on an error, and that will put runners at first and second for Zach Turner. Turner, who has come in batting 053, 1 for 19 at the plate. Numbers like that, you have to believe Turner do here. Hopefully can get something started for the Pioneers. As Turner looks out. The windup and the pitch from Mead. Taken for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out here. As Elmira trying to rally back from a 2-0 deficit here in the top of the second. Mead checks the runner back at second. Wines delivers. Popped up here. And chasing over, the first baseman makes the play. So down goes Turner. That'll be the second out here in the top of the second inning. Jeff Mejia, who's 1 for 1 on the day so far, would love to add another hit here. If he does, he might be able to score Derigi from second. There are 2 outs. So Mejia steps back in. Mejia stands in, looks out at the pitcher. Drew Mead. Mead coming back set. He winds and delivers. Mejia cuts on one, drives it down the left field line. That one will be playable, and the left fielder holds on to that one. So Mejia goes 1 for 2. That ends the inning, and the Pioneers continue to trail 2-0 here after 1.5. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, so Teshko will go back to work here. He's going to start things off against Nate Chase. Chase, as a leadoff hitter, batting 077 in 13 attempts. We'll have to see what Chase can do here. The Pioneers desperately would love a 1-2-3 inning, try to get themselves right back up to the plate, as they'll have 2-3-4 due up to start the top of the third, trailing 2-0 already. Certainly can't afford to be giving up any more runs. As Teshko comes out for his second inning of work. And in the pitch. Cut on, popped up. Over here towards foul territory. Derigi has a read. That's going to get too far. As that will be 0-1. So as Teshko goes back to the mound. A little bit of a concert going on across the way here tonight, apparently. As the parking lot continues to fill, the wine and the pitch. Taken low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. As again, Teshko coming back set. He will wind and deliver. High, 2 balls, 1 strike. As again, Pioneers trying to get their way back to the plate. The windup and pitch from Teshko. Cut on and missed. 2 balls, 2, nobody out. Working against Nate Chase, the second baseman, the number 8 batter in the order. To be followed by Danny DiMarzo, the wind and pitch. Taken for a ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. As again, Go. Comes set. Looks in, winds, and delivers. Taken for ball 4, his third walk here through his first time through the order. That'll bring up Danny DiMarzo. DiMarzo, a 190 hitter on the season. DiMarzo batting 12 for 63. As DiMarzo comes out. This is going to hold things up for a moment as Matt Birch will come out and have a conversation. Birch wants to relax his pitcher as already 3 bases on balls here through the first full inning pitch. Has yet to record an out here in the bottom half of the second inning. Teshko getting some words of encouragement as heading back towards the bench is Matt Birch. So, not sure what the indication was there by the umpire. As now, Teshko heads back to the mound. Runner stands at first. Stepping back in, Danny DiMarzo. Coming back set. The wind and the pitch. Taken for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. As Teshko checks on the runner over at first. Throws over, and not in time. So, Kevin trying to find his pace and his strike zone here. He's had a little trouble so far. The wind and the pitch. Comes across low, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 with nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. Pioneers are trailing 2-0. As Teshko looks in. The wind and the pitch. Taken for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 the count. As again, Kevin Teshko waits. He checks on the runner over at first. As now, coming back set. He winds and delivers. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 count. As now again, Teshko checks on the runner. He waits. The wind and the pitch. Low, gets by the catcher as that will allow the runner to advance to second on the pass ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. As Teshko trying to find an out here. He's been struggling so far. Already allowed 3 bases on balls. 3 hitters so far. 1 strikeout to his 3 walks as he'll bounce that one in there for another walk. That's 4 on the day. And Matt Birch has got to be wondering what he's going to do here. He looks down towards the bullpen, making a signal. As now, one would assume a pitcher's going to get up and get stretched out here. It looks like Connor Takis, the man tasked with getting ready. Runners on first and second for the top of the order. Drake Smith coming up. Smith batting .292, 26 for 89 on this summer season. Coming back set. The wind and pitch. Low, 1 ball, no strikes. So bases on balls to back-to-back batters. As now again, Teshko looks in. Coming back set. The wind of the pitch. Cut on and fouled away. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. As there, it seems like he's had trouble getting himself settled down. Started out, but then he walked the second batter he faced, saw a double, and did get an out, but it just has been a rough start for Teshko here. This one is popped up and out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Kevin Teshko comes back set on the mound. 1 today. Teshko would love to make that an 0 for 2. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and over the head of Derigi. as that may go for an error, but it seemed to be over his head. I don't think it clipped his glove, as now the hit is put up on the board. So 1 for 2 goes Drake Smith, as now the bases are loaded for Derek Kasperzak. Kasperzak, no official at bats, has a base on balls today. No, they're going to move back here, hoping for the double play. As now again, Teshko looks in. He comes set, winds and delivers right down the middle for a strike. 0-1. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Pioneers trailing 2-0, as they would desperately love to work at least a double play here. The wind and the pitch. Taken for strike 2, 0-2 to Kasperzak. So Kasperzak, fresh off his all-star appearance, stands in again as Teshko checks on the runners. The wind and the pitch. High and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 as Teshko trying to just find in out here in the second inning. Teshko looks in. Checks on all the runners again. Winds and delivers. Hit out there towards left field. That is going to be caught, but that will send the runners, as a run will score, and that makes it a 3-0 baseball game, as that will be marked up as a sac fly for Derek Kasperzak. So sac fly and an RBI, as Emil Matty heads up to the plate. So Matty comes out. Matty 1 for 1. He's hit a double already here today. As now again, coming back set is Teshko. Teshko looking in. He waits. The wind and the pitch. Taken for a strike, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. So no balls, 1 strike, 1 out, as Kevin Teshko now will be looking for the double play if he can get it. The wind and the pitch. Cut on, hit out towards the outfield. That's going to get down. Scooped back up, thrown in towards home. That will be picked off again by Derigi as the 4th run of the day crosses the plate. And Matty goes 2 for 2, earning himself an RBI now. Runners stand at first and second. So coming up next, James Crick. Crick with runners at first and second. And now coming out again is Matt Birch. I believe this will signal the end of the day for Kevin Teshko. So Matt Birch takes the ball. Teshko's day will be over. And that will bring in number 7, Connor Takis from the University of Albany. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll have more information for you. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, so Connor Tack is coming in, getting himself stretched out. Obviously, not the start that Kevin Teshko wanted. Takis, a 10.59 ERA, 1 win, 2 losses, 11 games played, 1 start, 17 innings pitched, as he has accumulated 33 hits, 25 runs, 20 of them earned, 11 bases on balls, and 18 strikeouts. So, will be an interesting one here to see how he can measure up. It's certainly been a rough start for the Elmira Pioneers to this point, as they trail by a score of 4-0 here in just the bottom of the second inning. As coming back set, Takis gets in on the mound. Takis, again, as we said, from the University of Albany, as he's going to have a tall task ahead of him with the runners on first and second. James Crick, the very powerful first baseman, will be looking to drive in a couple of more runs here. The wind and pitch taken for a strike, 0-1. So Takis comes back in, wasting very little time, not letting a lot of time go in between pitches. Takis comes set. He winds and delivers. Cut on and missed by Crick. No balls, 2 strikes. Crick trying to get something started here early against Takis, as the Pioneers have a reputation for really getting going in the hitting department up here at Watertown. So, matter of time, one would hope. As again, Takis looks in, coming back set. He winds and delivers. Runners off from third. That one popped up and ranging over to make the play from left field. The catch is made, but the runners both returning back before Nathan Pang could get the throw in. So Crick goes 0 for 2. Michael Rounds will be the next man up. Rounds, no official at bat, was walked in his first attempt, as Takis trying to get the Pioneers through the bottom of the second, trailing 4-0. Takis heads back to the mound. He looks in. As again, Connor comes back set. He waits, winds, and deals. Taken for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. As again, Pioneers pitching having some trouble getting started. We've seen this time in and time out this season. Takis checking on the runner, winds and deals. Runner is off and going. Ground ball played here by Turner, thrown over to first in time, and that will do it for the half inning. So down goes Michael Rounds, and the Pioneers will head back for home plate. You're listening to Pioneers Action on Mixlr.com. All right, and the Pioneers are heading back to the plate, as now they need to get the offense started 2-3-4 due up. Brody Moore to lead things off. So far 0 for 1 with a strikeout as he looks to turn things around. Brody, 200 hitter as a leadoff man, 2 for 10. Moore engulfed in that shadow so far, looking out at the pitcher who stands in the clear sunlight. The wind and the pitch. Taken for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, as Drew Mead continues to work here into his third inning of work. The wind and the pitch again. Cut on and missed as Moore swinging for the fences there. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 count as Brody waits on Drew Mead's next pitch. Delivered and missed again. Swing and a miss as 1 ball, 2 strike count. So stepping back in, Brody Moore trying to find that ball with his bat one more time as he takes ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 count as Nathan Peng stands on deck. Peng 0 for 1 also reached on an error though. As coming back set, Drew Mead winds and delivers. Swung on and fouled away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Trying to keep himself alive here, Brody Moore. As Peng threw that one into the umpire, had a little trouble catching. As now once again, Pioneers trying to put on the rally caps here, down 4-0 here in the top of the third inning. The line and pitch, cut on, and right to the shortstop. Trying to move over, Brody Moore will not be there in time as he will go down 0 for 2. That brings up Nathan Peng. Peng, 0 for 1 on the day so far. He reached on an error back in the first inning. Garrett Schultz to follow him, 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice. So both men been on base, just haven't been able to get there by way of their own bat. Peng waits, the wind and pitch is bounced up. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. As Peng. He waits, the wind and pitch from Drew Mead. High, 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 count. As again, Peng looks out. Mead comes set, he winds and delivers. Cut on, this one popped up in the air. Should be playable for the first baseman. Catcher coming over, and the catch will be made by James Crick over there at first base. So Peng goes 0 for 2. That's going to bring up Garrett Schultz. Schultz, who's 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice. Trying to get on base by way of his own merits. The freshman B at Xavier has been hitting. Just hasn't quite been up to his standards as he's 21 for 88. Good enough for 239 this season. The wind and the pitch. Taken for a ball, 1-0. Schultz stepping back in. Pioneers have yet to cross a run here tonight. As again, the windup and the pitch from Mead is taken for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. As again, Garrett Schultz stepping back in. The wind and the pitch. Cut on, popped up again. Should be playable for the first baseman, and he will make the grab. Crick ends the and back to pitching as they will have to deal with quite a tough inning coming up here. We'll see what the Pioneers can do. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, and with that, Connor Takis getting set for his first full inning of work here. He's going to have to face a tough part of the lineup, Vinny DeRubius, the home run derby contestant from Watertown, Kale Showers, and Nate Chase. DeRubius coming up, he was 1-for-1 against Kevin Teshko, as the Pioneers now having to reverse a lot of those trends. 4-0. The Watertown Rapids have scored 2 runs in each of their first 2 innings at the plate. So DeRubius stepping back up to the plate as Takis looks in, coming back set. The wind and the pitch, taken for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. As again, Pioneers pitching, trying to get themselves through a full inning, trying to hang their first 0 of the night. That one cut on and fouled away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Trying to get through the first third of this game if they can get through this inning. As now, Takis looks in. Pioneers are back on the road again tomorrow as they head up to Utica to face one of the top 2 teams in the division. That one cut on and right into the picnic area here to my left-hand side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Connor Takis looking to work his way through the 6, 7, 8 portion of the lineup here. As now some conversation happening here. The umpire standing and waiting. I believe he may be waiting for some baseballs. Some baseballs being delivered to the home plate umpire. As now Takis will step back in. So Connor steps back on the mound. He looks in. As DeRubius, 1-for-1, does have an RBI. The wind and pitch is taken for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Pioneers trailing 4-0. Takis comes set. As he looks in, winds and delivers. Cut on and missed, and that will be the first strikeout of the night for Connor Takis. Next up will be Kale Showers. Showers 0-for-1 did strike out a little bit earlier here tonight. As Showers steps back up. He will have to deal with the strong arm style of Connor Takis. Takis looks in. Comes set. He will wind and deliver. Fouled off. No balls, 1 strike. As Noah Rubino making the trek down to the bullpen area. Takis coming back set. He looks in. Takis winds and delivers. Cut on and fouled away. No balls, 2 strikes. So no balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. As again, Takis coming back set. He waits. And again, the wind and the pitch. Ground ball here, played by the shortstop Brody Moore, thrown to first and in time as Trey Harmon makes the grab. So Showers goes 0-for-2. That's going to bring up Nate Chase. Chase, no official at bat yet, base on balls. As again, Chase comes up to the plate. So far, Chase, 218 hitter, 12-for-55. Has 5 doubles, no triples, no home runs. 5 RBIs, however, on the season. As Connor Takis is trying to work the first 1-2-3 inning of the night for the Elmira Pioneers. Takis heads back out to the mound. The Pioneers clad in those navy blue tops with gray pants. The Watertown Rapids clad in sky blue tops with gray pants. As this one's popped up, this should be playable. Coming over, the center fielder makes the grab, and that will do it. The first 1-2-3 inning of the night for the Pios. As we head now for the top of the 4th inning, you're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, and with that, the Pioneers head back to the plate, leading things off the Home Run Derby champion, Trey Harmon, who is 417 as a leadoff hitter. So just under 500 as he's come up 12 times and has a hit in 5 at bats. Also has 3 walks in his opportunities as a leadoff batter. See what he can do here as he takes on Mead, who has certainly been dealing through the first 3 full innings. 4-0 deficit for the Pioneers to try to make up here. The wind and the pitch. Taken for a ball, 1-0. So 1-0 count to Trey Harmon. Harmon certainly had his work cut out for him a couple days ago. The wind and pitch. Cut on, ground ball down the first base line, and that will go foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Harmon needed every one of the 30 home runs that he was able to hit to win the Derby. As he comes back set. 4-0 deficit would get things started. And Pios have to focus on now as we head into the second third of the ball game. The wind and the pitch. Cut on. This one hit down the line. This one may get into the bullpen. No, that's going to get foul. And the right fielder slid into the fence there. He appears to be okay, checking on his pants as Derek Kasperzik making a hero-esque slide. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As now, Harmon stepping back in, trying to find that swing that will get him on base. Pioneers trailing 4-0 here in the top of the 4th inning. The wind up here from Drew Mead. The pitch. Cut on by Harmon. That one will get into center field, and Harmon will reach base. So Harmon going 1 for 2 as he singles here in the top of the 4th. That's going to bring up Brennan DeRigi. DeRigi 1 for 1. As Brennan DeRigi will be looking not only for a hit, but to once again deny these fans their tacos. The Taco Bell K-Man of the game certainly doesn't want to give them any meat and cheese here tonight as the Pioneers looking for a victory. As now, once again, DeRigi steps up to the plate. He looks out. Drew Mead checking on the runner over at first. Trey Harmon, certainly not known for his speed, as DeRigi takes strike 1. As there you hear the chant of taco. Still 2 strikes away from that. DeRigi playing very good. He has continued to work the counts as he grounds one there toward. That will be foul. No balls, 2 strikes. As DeRigi trying to not only get a hit, but also disappoint these Watertown fans. As now again, DeRigi steps back in. Drew Mead coming back set. He winds and delivers. DeRigi takes strike 3, and the Watertown fans will get tacos. So, Pioneers are not thrilled about that, as the fans in front of me certainly thrilled. As that will bring up Craig Corliss. Corliss 0 for 1 with a strikeout here tonight. Trying to advance Trey Harmon. As coming back set, the wind and pitch. Cut on by Corliss. 0 for 1. No balls, 1 strike. Corliss struck out here tonight, extending his drought. He's now 0 for 3 as a member of the Pioneers here in 2019. The wind and the pitch. Bounced up there. Back to home. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A Tioga Downs showdown. As we remind you, Tioga Downs is not only a great place to play, a great place to stay. Check out the brand new hotel at Tioga Downs Casino and Resort. Coming back set is Drew Mead. He winds and delivers. Taken low, 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1 count to Craig Corliss. Corliss, a catcher by trade, certainly well known for his bat in the PGCBL. The wind and the pitch to Corliss, cut on and fouled away. That'll bounce off the seats and back into play. As now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just one out here. That one out coming on the Brennan DeRigi strikeout. As now, Corliss, Drew Mead, the wind and the pitch. Taken for a ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Speaking of 3-2-1, the countdown is getting closer as your Elmira Enforcers getting set for their second season of hockey. They'll be back up here in Watertown to take on the Wolves many, many times. You won't want to miss a chance to see the Enforcers in action, as taking a walk there was Craig Corliss. So Corliss has struck out second. Bryce Moskowitz will come to the plate. Just to finish off where I was going with that, the Enforcers second season, the season tickets are on sale now. Call 607-734-PUCK and ensure yourself a seat at every Enforcers home game. So stepping up is Bryce Moskowitz. Some catchy music going on here in Watertown here tonight. As now Moskowitz looking out. Runners do stand at first and second. The first baseman, James Crick, way off of first there, as that's in there for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 count. As again, the Elmira Pioneers trying to come back, trailing 4-0 here in the top of the 4th inning. The wind and the pitch, cut on and fouled. Back, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A Tioga Down showdown. As again, the Elmira Pioneers continue to go to work here. Moskowitz looks out. As now Mead winds and delivers. Cut on by Moskowitz, drilled out there to the outfield. That will get down, and the runners advance. This should score Trey Harmon. He's coming around and touches home, as that will put runners back on first and second. Moskowitz earning himself an RBI with that single. And that's going to bring up Zach Turner. So as the Pioneers cut the deficit to 4-1, the Watertown Rapids go back to work here on the mound. Drew Mead, who has been really pitching a gem here for the Rapids thus far. Mead comes back set. The wind and the pitch. Cut on. Drilled towards the shortstop. Toss over to second base, and not going to make it to first in time. So runners will stand at the corners as Zach Turner will reach on a fielder's choice. That's going to bring up Jeff Mejia with runners at the corners. 2 outs. So Mejia steps in. As now Mejia steps back in. Drew Mead trying to get out of this inning. If a pass ball can get by, Corliss could come in to score here. Or if Mejia can get a hit, that would be very helpful. That one in there for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. As Corliss heads back to third, now he takes his lead. Mejia waiting. As Drew Mead comes back set, he winds and delivers. High, 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0, 2 outs. As again, Mejia looking down. Has his sign from third base coach and manager Matt Birch. As Turner getting off first. The wind and the pitch. Mejia cuts and misses. 2 balls, 1 strike. As Drew Mead had him guessing all the way on that one. So Mejia looking for the sign. Big hole there on the right-hand side, as the lefty Mejia could certainly put a ball right through that gap. The wind and the pitch. Taken high. 3 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs here as Mejia tries to keep the inning alive. Coming up next is Brody Moore, if Mejia can reach. Mead looks in. Coming back set. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and fouled off the catcher's helmet. As now 3 balls, 2 strike count, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. The Pioneers being told everything on contact here. Runners should be off and going. As I believe with the pitch, we'll see Corliss take his lead. Definitely going to be off and running will be Zach Turner, as no matter what happens here, he needs to get himself to second base. Corliss going to be paying close attention. This one cut on and fouled away, so Turner will head back for first, as Corliss will be off on contact, as you see there. So once again, Pioneers trailing 4-1 here in the top of the fourth, finally having scored a run with another run threatening just 90 feet away from home. Turner will be off and going on the pitcher's motion. Corliss hanging around, the wind, the pitch, cut on, drilled over there, gets through the third baseman. The second baseman will hold on to it. That will score the run, and Mejia will earn himself his second single of the day and an RBI as the Pioneers close the gap to 4-2. That's going to bring up Brody Moore with runners at first and second. So Brody, who with 2 men out and runners in scoring position, is batting .375 in 8 attempts, including 3 RBIs. Brody would love to get a hit and bring around another run as Turner stands on second base. So Drew Mead having a long conversation with his catcher as stepping back in, Brody Moore. Moore 0 for 2 tonight, does have a strikeout. As now again, Pioneers trying to get something going here one more time. They've already put a 2 spot up on the board. Would love to close the gap further. Mead winds, delivers, cut on by Moore, fouled back. No balls, 1 strike. As Nathan Pang now standing on deck. So Brody looking out. Brody went to Auburn this year. He is a College World Series participant. As the wind and the pitch. Taken outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, as some fans applauding. Not sure what was going on back there. Can't quite see it from my perspective. 1-1 count, 2 outs, as Brody Moore looks for a hit to drive in another run. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Moore looks down again. Has his sign from head coach Matt Birch. 1-2, 2 outs. Standing on deck, Nathan Pang. Moore looking to get a hit through here as the wind and the pitch. Cut on and fouled away again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs again as the previous 2 batters, Zach Turner, Jeff Mejia, both standing on base. As now, Brody Moore takes a long look. Drew Mead coming set and delivering. Fouled away there. That one will get out of play and into the parking lot. A perfect time to remind you to make the right decision. Insist on Gerber Collision and Auto Glass. As now, once again, the Pioneers trailing by 2, 4-2, having scored 2 runs here in the top of the fourth. Brody Moore waits. The wind and the pitch. Taken for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces are wild, and it's a Tioga Down showdown as Brody Moore comes back set. He waits. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and fouled away again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. One more time as the pitcher, wearing number 26, Drew Mead, comes back to the mound. He looks out as Brody Moore waits. Mead winds and delivers. Moore takes one high. 3 balls, 2 strikes, coming all the way back now. As Drew Mead trying to pitch around Brody Moore. 3 balls, 2 strikes. This should have everybody off and running with this pitch. Everyone going. Brody Moore connects. That is going to get down. This should score a run. Coming around, still not played. Now finally picked up by the center fielder. That will hold the runner at third. And Brody Moore will stay put at first base. Brody goes 1 for 3, earns himself an RBI, and that's going to bring up Nathan Pang as the Pioneers have closed the gap to 4-3 here in the top of the fourth inning. As now again, Connor Takis has come in and made a big difference here, putting a 0 up on the board, as now the Pioneers bats have gotten going. Nathan Peng next up, as it's continued to be a next man up type of day for the Pioneers. Still a big hole there on the right. Drew Mead winds and delivers. Cut on by Peng, driven out there towards the outfield. That one's going to be playable for the right fielder. He makes the grab, and that will do it. Peng goes 0 for 3, but the Pioneers put up a 3 spot, trailing by just 1 now, 4-3. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, so Danny DeMarzo coming out here, as he will be the next man up. Connor Takis went 1-2-3 in the last inning, needs to do so again, as the windup and the pitch, taken for a strike, 0-1. So once again, the Pioneers answering back here have a 4-3 deficit, need to come back, as once again, Takis winds and deals. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Watertown able to put up 2 runs apiece in the bottom of the 1st and bottom of the 2nd before Kevin Teshko exited the game. Takis now going to work. Throws strike number 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. As the Pioneers looking to get through another inning quickly and get themselves back up to the plate. Coming back set. Takis comes set. The wind and pitch. Low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Takis comes back in. Takis comes set. 2-2. The wind and the pitch. Taken for a ball, apparently. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2 count. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Connor Takis trying to work his way through the bottom half of the 4th. A 4-3 game in favor of Watertown. That one will get away from the catcher. So ball 4, as working his way down to first base is Danny DeMarzo, his 2nd walk of the day, as now Drake Smith will come up. Smith 1 for 2. As again, Smith trying to get through and trying to add on some insurance for the Watertown Rapids. Coming back, Drake Smith, the leadoff batter. Top of the order here. As again, The windup and the pitch. High, 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 after Takis walking the first batter of the inning. It appears as though Chase Austin begins to work out there in the bullpen. As the throw over will not be in time. Takis going back to work here. That'd be an interesting scenario out there in the bullpen as Chase Austin has not seen a ton of playing time this year. That's in there for 2 balls, no strikes. Austin on the season has made 7 appearances, started 1 game. He has a 5.14 ERA. Wind and pitch is taken. 3 balls, no strikes. As again, Connor Takis, who had a perfect last inning, had to also pitch 2/3 of the previous inning. Now is into his second full inning of work as he pitches ball 4, 2 straight walks to start off the bottom of the 4th. As that will bring up Derek Kasperzak. Kasperzak, no official at bats, base on balls, sac fly, RBI. As now the Pioneers defense will play prevent defense, bring all the infielders in on the grass as they hope to prevent the runners from moving along any further. Now again, Takis looks in, checks on both runners, winds and delivers. The bunt is attempted. It's somehow a ball, despite the lunge there from Kasperzak. So, guess that's a little questionable in my eyes. But again, the umpire calls ball 1. As now, Takis looks in, steps off, and now he will wait again. Takis steps back up. Takis comes set. He winds and delivers. The bunt is laid down, and that will be fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Runners stand at first and second. So first and second here. Nobody out. 1 ball, 1 strike. As Takis looking in. Takis looks in. He comes back set. Checks on the runners again. Now oh no, the umpire calls for time there. So Takis able to hold up the throw. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. As we'll have to see what Kasperzak can do here. As looking in, Connor Takis comes back set. The shadow has overtaken now as well. The wind and pitch. Cut on and missed by Kasperzak. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As again, Takis comes back set on the mound. He will take a look. As now again, Takis looks in. Kasperzak waiting. Kasperzak base on balls and a sac fly to this point in the evening. The wind and the pitch. Cut on. That is flown out there towards left center. Catch is made. Ball will be thrown back in quickly, not allowing the advance. As now Kasperzak will officially be 0 for 1. Emil Matty, the next man up, 2 for 2 on the day. As Takis, trying to work his way through this inning, has certainly had its challenges. As after walking 2 batters, he finally gets a fly out there to left center field. Center fielder comes over and makes the grab as Jeff Mejia having to do quite a bit of work out there in center here tonight. Now again, Takis checking on the runners, the wind and the pitch. Taken in there for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. As Takis from the University of Albany, still trying to work his way through some innings, as Chase Austin continues to stretch down in the bullpen. Coming back set. Takis checks on the runners. The wind and the pitch. Cut on there by Matty, and that will get down. Scooped up here by Schultz. He will throw the ball in. Trey Harmon cuts it off. The bases will be loaded as Matty improves to 3 for 3 on the day. And that's going to be picked up over to second, over to first. Double play, and the Pioneers get out of the inning without allowing a run. Crick goes 0 for 3. Double play is turned, and the Pioneers head to the top of the fifth with a 4-3 still in play as they will look to put on and get this game tied up. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, and so with that, the Pioneers will head back to the plate as they're now looking to get things started here with a one-run deficit in the top of the fifth inning. Garrett Schultz will lead things off. He's 0 for 2 on a fielder's choice earlier in the game. So Schultz comes in and looks out at the pitcher. Drew Mead still working out here for the Watertown Rapids. The wind and pitch. Bunt is laid down right to the pitcher. He bobbles it, and Garrett Schultz is going to reach base with that bunt. So a great play there by Schultz. Getting the bunt down and reaching first. They're going to give him credit for the hit on that one. So good work, Garrett, as Trey Harmon, the home run derby champion, steps back up. Harmon steps up to the plate. Harmon's lone home run this year did come here in Watertown. As he looks out. The wind and the pitch. Cut on, and that one fouled. Schultz was still running towards second, waiting on that delayed call there. No balls, one strike. Harmon steps back in. Trey looking out. The number 4 ranked first baseman in the country. As the windup and pitch cut on by Harmon, drilled towards the shortstop, played perfectly, right over to second, and that will be an reach on the first to 1 for 3. He reaches on the fielder's choice, and that will bring up Brendan Derigi. Derigi 1 for 2 with a strikeout here tonight. As here comes Derigi. Derigi stepping up. Harmon stands on first. As now, it'll be Derigi and Corliss due up should Derigi be able to avoid a double play. Chase Austin still warming down in the bullpen down there. Mead now coming back set. And now he winds and delivers. Derigi fouls one off. No balls, one strike. No balls, one strike, one out as Drew Mead steps back onto the mound, kicking some dirt around first. As the Pioneers trying to turn around the game here, trailing 4-3 in the top of the fifth inning. Derigi looks out, the wind and the pitch. Taken outside. That'll be 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, a Tioga Down showdown. As we remind you, Tioga Downs, not just a great place to play, a great place to eat. Stop by and check out their wonderful, wonderful buffet. The windup and pitch taken outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1 count as Brennan DeRigi trying to put himself on base. A big gap there on the right-hand side with Trey Harmon being held on. The wind and the pitch taken for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. As DeRigi be followed by Craig Corliss. DeRigi looks in. 3-ball, 1 strike count. Really has his choice of action here. The wind and the pitch. Cut on. Ground ball towards the second baseman. Flipped over to the shortstop. Thrown over, and that will be in time as the double play is recorded. DeRigi unable to come through there, and the Pioneers will head to the bottom of the 5th, still trailing 4-3. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, so a new pitcher on the mound as predicted. Chase Austin takes his spot out there on the mound, and we'll see if he can keep up the good work of Connor Takis. Takis came in and shut the door on the Rapids for 2 2/3 innings. Going to be pitching by committee tonight, apparently, in tonight's ball game, as Chase steps in to take over things on the mound. As we head for the bottom of the 5th inning, Pioneers still trailing by a run. As now, DeRigi flips it back over. Trey Harmon will hand off the ball, and the corner infielders will head back to their positions. So we'll have to see. There's 2 pitchers remaining down there in the bullpen at the moment, as can't get a good look at the numbers there. I believe one is Matt Busher. The other one, I may be wrong. I believe Alex Bardo and some of the other pitching staff has come down to the bullpen for the moment. As now Busher heads out. Austin Wines delivers. That's in there for a ball, 1-0. So, Austin out there on the mound. We talked about Austin's numbers back when we caught him warming up. The wind and the pitch. Taken for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Chase Austin from Lockhaven University has worked as a Pioneers pitcher for the past 3 seasons. The wind and the pitch from Austin. In there for a strike, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Chase certainly an impressive presence on the mound. As again, the wind and pitch. Taken high, 3 balls, 1 strike by Chase Austin. Austin, who stands at a 6'6", throws one in there for a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here to start things off. When you add his 6'6" to the mound, he's certainly up near 7 feet. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and fouled away. Back into the picnic area there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. One more time. As The Elmira Pioneers, still trailing by a run, need to get back to the batter's box, only have 12 offensive outs remaining. The wind and pitch from Austin. High, ball 4. So Austin comes right into the game and walks his first batter. Michael Rounds heads down to first base. That's going to bring up Vinny DeRubius. DeRubius 1 for 2, has struck out, has an RBI, and now will stand with a runner over there at first base. So DeRubius steps back in as Chase Austin goes to work. Chase looking in. Now has to work from the stretch as he comes set, winds and delivers. Takes the ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, nobody out as Vinny DeRubius stands up to the plate. This will be the last time the Pioneers are in Watertown, a place they've found some success. Would love to turn it around here tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike by Chase Austin, trailing by just a run here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Austin comes set. He winds and delivers. Bounces one up. 2 balls, 1 strike. Austin likes to work with that knuckleball, but his fastball more than adequate. See if we see a little bit more of that here as this stand on the mound goes. That one is bounced up again. 3 balls, 1 strike. Trey Harmon going to have his head on a swivel here as now Chase comes back set. Some catch going on down in the bullpen now as a few more pitchers have returned out there. The throw, ground ball here, scooped up by DeRigi over to second base. Turner turns it, and in time as the Pioneers turn a double play off of Vinny DeRubius' ground ball. So, Cale Showers will come up. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Chase Austin now trying to work his way out of trouble here. Has 2 outs, a 4-3 score in favor of the Watertown Rapids for the moment. Coming back set is Austin. He winds and delivers. Bounces one up. 1 ball, no strikes. Austin heads back to the mound as he looks in. Austin comes set. He winds and deals. Cut on and missed as there's the fastball I was just talking about. Chase's fastball is somewhere around the mid-80s, but unfortunately likes to go into the knuckleball rotation as he winds and delivers again. There's a bounced ball. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. As the Elmira Pioneers trying to get out of the bottom of the 5th and get back to the plate. The windup and the pitch from Austin. Cut on, ground ball again. Scooped up by Brody Moore. No, he drops it. Throws over anyway. Not in time, as that's going to allow Cale Showers to reach. As we'll see, that will be an error according to the scoreboard. So Showers 0 for 3 with a reach on error. Nate Chase, the next man to the plate. He's 0 for 1 with a base on balls. See if Austin can get this final out at the bottom of the 5th inning. Austin winds and delivers there. As again, Moskowitz able to keep the ball in front of him. So Austin out there on the mound. Some pitchers throwing back and forth out in the Pioneers bullpen. As a throw over. Not quite in time as Chase Austin goes back to work. Pioneers trailing 4-3 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. As Austin trying to, through the inning, 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. As again, Austin looks in. Coming back set, he winds and delivers. Taken for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. As again, Chase Austin relying heavily on that knuckleball. He winds and delivers. Bounces one up. That'll be ball 4. And Nate Chase will walk for the 2nd time here tonight. That's going to bring up Danny DeMarzo, the number 9 batter. DeMarzo has yet to register an official at bat, has walked both times he's come up to the plate. So DeMarzo will be looking to possibly have his first at bat here as Chase Austin trying to find his way out of the bottom of the fifth inning. 4-3 is the score in favor of Watertown right now. The wind and the pitch. Cut on, popped up here. This will be the official first at bat. Garrett Schultz has the read. That will do it for the fifth inning. And the Pioneers head to the top of the sixth with a 4-3 deficit as they look to make it up. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, so Watertown brings in a new pitcher as well as coming into the game. Spencer Vainovitz will enter as Vainovitz, decisions, 10 games he's appeared in, pitched 24 innings, 19 hits, 7 runs, 5 of them earned, 14 bases on balls, and 21 strikeouts. So Vainovitz going to be a tough customer as the Elmira Pioneers trying to find their way back into this game. So Vainovitz steps back in as he will get the rest of his warm-up throws in before the Pioneers come to the plate. Going to be an interesting situation for Elmira as Corliss will lead things off, followed by Moskowitz and Turner. You're talking 7, 8, and 9 in the order as Vainovitz making his final warm-up pitches. As there's the final one. So Vainovitz to face Craig Corliss. Corliss 0 for 1. Struck out, has a base on balls as he comes up for his third time here. Top of the sixth inning. Pioneers trailing 4-3. As now they're down to their final 12 offensive outs. So Vainovitz steps back up. He looks in. Coming set, the wind and the pitch. Corliss takes ball 1, 1-0. So Craig Corliss trying to get that bat going here, has yet to tally a hit since joining the Pioneers. The wind and the pitch. Cut on, and that will be right at the shortstop, So down goes Corliss 0 for 2. That's going to bring up Bryce Moskowitz. Moskowitz 1 for 2. As now Moskowitz comes up 1 for 2. As now Bryce trying to keep things going. He's, as we said, 1 for 2 tonight, and he reached on an error. Get credit for the hit. The wind, the pitch. Taken for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out as the Pioneers continue to try to fight their way back. They trail by just a run. Vainovitz winds and delivers. Cut on and fouled away. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A Tioga Downs showdown. As again, we remind you, the only place to see horse cart racing is right down there at Tioga Downs. Just a quick 20-minute drive from the wind and the pitch. Taken for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1, 1 out. As Moskowitz certainly helping his effort out as he's batted .250 this season. The windup and the pitch. Taken for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. As Vanovitz trying to find. So Moskowitz steps back in. He'll be followed by Zach Turner. As the windup and the pitch. So Turner 0 for 2. Reached on a fielder's choice in his last at bat. He'll be trying to move the runner along as Moskowitz stands on first base. If Turner can avoid the double play, Jeff Mejia will come up. Takes a look out. Coming back set. Vanovitz looks in. He winds and delivers. Taken for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Pioneers trying to keep things going. Another Tioga down. As Turner stepping back in. Turner, who has tallied just 1 hit since joining the Pioneers. The windup and the pitch. Cut on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here. Turner in the 9th spot. Comes back set. Turner looks in. Vanovitz coming back set. He winds and delivers. Bounced up to the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 2-2 count. As Zach Turner trying to find his way on base here. Vanovitz comes back set. He winds and deals. Cut on and fouled away by Turner. 2 ball, 2 strike count one more time. As the Elmira Pioneers their way back into a tie game here in the top of the 6th inning. Runner stands on first, just 1 out. Mejia due up next. Turner waits. The wind and the pitch from Vanovitz. Cut on, ground ball towards the second base to the shortstop. Thrown to first and not in time as Turner will beat it out. So he goes 0 for 3 on 2 fielder's choice plays. Jeff Mejia will step up to the plate. He's 2 for 3 on the night. Does have an RBI. So some solemn music playing here. Not sure about that for a baseball game, but here comes Jeff Mejia. As once again, I don't know if they're trying to put Mejia to sleep or what's going on over there in the booth next door. Back up to the plate. The wind and pitch from Vanovitz. Taken for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strike. As Mejia looks out. The next pitch from Vanovitz. Taken for ball 2, 2-0. Vanovitz does not look pleased with that call. As now, standing on first, Zach Turner. Reached twice now on the fielder's choice. Vanovitz looking in as Mejia waits. Vanovitz winds and deals. That one was going to get away. That hit Mejia, as a matter of fact. So Mejia will head to first. Turner heads to second. And now with runners at first and second, Brody Moore will come up. Brody 1 for 3 with an RBI. Vanovitz getting a quick talking to by the umpire. As the catcher has gone back to get the baseball. So Brody Moore, now with a runner in scoring position, 2 men out, has come through with an RBI on the night. A little bit more lively music out of the booth next door. As Brody steps up. Brody looks out. Vanovitz stepping back onto the mound. Looking in for a sign. As once again, Vanovitz comes set. He winds and delivers. Taken for a strike right down the gut. Brody would clearly like that one back as he steps up with 2 men out. Brody batting .375 in this position. Cuts on that one and fouled off there. As that one heads right for the lady in green. Unfortunately, she didn't try to make the catch there. Definitely had a chance. That one was playable. Stepping back in, Brody Moore. Moore 0 for 2, 2 outs here. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The wind and the pitch. High, 1 ball, 2 strikes. As now, Brody looks in. Vanovitz comes back set on the mound. Brody Moore hoping for some 2-out magic here. As often going. And that one was poorly timed by Turner. So Turner tried to take off and go. He is going to be caught stealing, and that will do it for the top of the 6th inning. Pioneers continue to trail by a run, 4-3, as we head for the bottom of the 6th. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixler.com. All right, so fan favorite Chase Austin takes the hill once again. We'll see what Austin can do here as Chase trying to get himself through a second full inning of work. Stepping up to the plate, Drake Smith. Smith, who has gone 1 for 2 on base on balls as well. As Smith waits on the first pitch, Austin looking in. Chase throws as the bunt is attempted. That'll be in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. So Austin heads back to the mound. I'm not sure we'll see another attempted bunt here as the wind and pitch. Cut on and fouled away. No balls, 2 strikes, as Chase Austin certainly doing his job here. So we'll see once again Austin getting set out there on the mound. Nobody working in the bullpen, so this is Austin's inning here in the bottom of the 6th. Austin looks in. The wind and the pitch. Just a bit outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 the count. 1 out here as we're starting to be able to see the scoreboard for the first time here tonight. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes one more time. As again, coming back set, Chase Austin trying to find his way through here. Has not been an easy inning so far. As once again, Austin throws in there, swing and a miss. Austin earns himself a strikeout here tonight. So Chase Austin comes through, getting a strikeout against the first man he faces here. Bottom of the 6th inning. That's going to bring up the all-star Derek Kasperzak. Kasperzak 0 for 1 base on balls and a sac fly to his credit so far. As now again, coming back set, Austin winds and delivers. Thrown there, as apparently that bunt was pulled back, according to the home plate umpire. As now, once again, Austin winds and deals. That one cut on, popped up. This should be playable. Harmon trying to make the run. He's going to leave it there for Turner, as Turner will get there and make the catch. Kasperzak now 0 for 2. Pioneers doing the job so far here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2 quick outs. As that's going to bring up Emil Matty. Matty, who's 3 for 3, has a double and an RBI on the day. Chase Austin going to try to work out of this inning. We'll see if he can break Matty's perfect day. So Emil Matty looks in. The pitch from Austin. Inside, 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs here as the Pioneers try to close out another inning. This one cut on, flared out there down towards left, and the play is made as the Pioneers go 1-2-3 as they will head for the top of the 7th inning. They have 9 offensive outs remaining as the Elmira Pioneers trying to get themselves back into this game. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, and so with that, the Elmira Pioneers will go back to work as, again, they need to find a way to get back into this game. Going to continue to face Vainovitz here. As stepping back in is going to be Brody Moore. He did not get to finish his at bat. Back in the top of the 6th due to the, the steal attempt by Zach Turner, who was then caught at third base. So Vainovitz comes set. He winds and delivers. Brody Moore hops out of the way of that one, as that will be a 1 ball, no strike count. 1-0. As again, Elmira going back to work here. 3-7 on the runs and hits. The next pitch is in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Rapids, 4 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors. Trying to read the Pioneers' errors, but a little difficult. As the wind and the pitch, cut on, connected right towards the shortstop, picked up, scooped, and thrown over, and not in time as Brody Moore will make it into first base. So Brody will have to see the official scoring here. I believe that's going to be a hit, though. As, yes, they will give Brody Moore a hit. And 2 for 4 goes Moore. That brings up Nathan Peng. Peng, who's 0 for 3, did reach on an error earlier today. Would like to keep things going here for the Pioneers. And now Brody gets his signals on the base from head coach Matt Birch. Pioneers trailing by just a run here. As the wind and pitch from Vainovitz taken for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. As again, the Elmira Pioneers trying very hard here to get things back evened up. Peng is at bat. Schultz stands on deck. The wind and the pitch cut on, and that will go foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 to Nathan Peng. As Brody Moore get the new sign. as Vanovitz looking in. So Vanovitz looking in. Vanovitz checking on the runner at first. The wind and throw over to first. As again, Vanovitz coming back set. Vanovitz looking in. Nathan Peng looking for his next pitch. He's trying to drive something and bring around Brody Moore. The wind and the pitch. Taken for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. As again, Peng will look for the signs. So the signs have been given. Third base coach and manager, Matt Birch. Coming set, the wind and pitch from Vanovitz. Taken high. 3 balls, 1 strike. Brody Moore retreats to first. 3-1 count. As Peng steps back in. He waits. The wind and pitch from Vanovitz. Cut on and fouled off. 3 balls, 2 strikes. As now Peng will take a look at his bat. That one definitely connected oddly, to say the least. Brody Moore stands on first base, having a conversation with the Watertown first baseman, James Crick. Peng stands in again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Decisive pitch here. The wind and the pitch. Swung on and missed. The throw down to first will not be in time. Peng goes down on strikes for the first time tonight. That's going to bring up Garrett Schultz. Schultz, who's 1 for 3, reached on a fielder's choice as well as the single. As now again, Schultz heads in. He looks out towards Vanovitz. Vanovitz 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. As again, Pioneers trying to cross that tying run. Cut on and missed by Schultz. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. As looks out. Vanovitz coming set. The wind and the pitch. Bounced up to home. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning as Elmira, again, searching for that tying run. Brody Moore stands on first base. He reached there on a pretty spectacular play to hustle out and beat the throw over to first. As now again, Schultz. He looks out. Vanovitz coming set. The wind and the pitch. Bounced up to home again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Brody will be kept at first base for the moment. Garrett Schultz trying to get a hit here. Big gap on the right side. Unfortunately, a right-handed hitter up, despite plenty of lefties in the lineup as well. The pitch cut on and driven actually towards the right. That one's going to get out of play. As we remind you to make the right decision, insist on Gerber Collision and Autoglass. As now once again, Vanovitz coming back to the mound. He looks in. Schultz steps back into the box. Schultz has been a spectacular find for the Pioneers out there in right field as the wind and pitch taken high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So Garrett comes all the way back here. As now Schultz steps back in. Vanovitz looking in. Schultz trying to reach here. The wind and pitch cut on and missed by Schultz as he will go down on strikes. So Schultz will bring up Trey Harmon, the home run derby champion. As Harmon stepping up. Vanovitz looking in. Certainly knows he can't leave anything up to Trey Harmon. Harmon can do a lot of damage with 1 swing of the bat. He's got 2 outs right now, but a runner standing at first. The wind and the pitch taken low, 1-0. So immediately you see Vanovitz going low. As now Vanovitz looks in. Harmon up at the plate. Vanovitz comes set. He winds and delivers. Harmon takes a strike right down the gut. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. as Trey Harmon stepping back up to the plate. Standing on deck, Brennan DeRigi if Harmon can reach. The windup and the pitch. Taken low, 2 balls, 1 strike. As again, Brody Moore continues to stand on first base. As now, looking out, Trey Harmon. He waits. The wind and the pitch. Taken again, 3 balls, 1 strike. 3-1 count to Trey Harmon, the big bat out of Kentucky. As Harmon looks out. Harmon gets set. The wind and pitch from Vanovitz. Cut on. Hit by Harmon. Driven out there towards left. And that will advance the runner to second. Harmon goes to first as he goes 2 for 4 on the day. That's going to bring up Brennan DeRigi. DeRigi, who's 1 for 3 with a strikeout and grounding into a double play. So DeRigi steps up as... And I don't know what this song is. Well, it's certainly interesting as once again, the Pioneers trying to bring home that game, which now currently stands on second base. DeRigi, 1 for 3, was the Taco Bell K-Man. He struck out here tonight. Has a double play as he takes strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. As DeRigi waits in the batter's box. Vanovitz coming back set. He winds and delivers. Take 1 ball, 1 strike. The runners stand on first and second base. DeRigi has a big gap to work with on the right-hand side, being a left-handed bat. Here in the top of the 7th, 2 outs. The wind and the pitch. Taken right down the gut for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As now again, DeRigi waiting. Brennan DeRigi waits. The wind and the pitch. Taken as that one hits DeRigi, as that will advance to first. The long as well, and now runners on every base for Craig Corliss, the designated hitter. Corliss 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a base on balls. Corliss, known very well for his bat during the last season that he was here in Elmira, has yet to find a hit here. Now would be a great time to find one. His last at bat, he drove one right over the head of the shortstop. Unfortunately, the shortstop able to get his glove up and make the play. Corliss looks out. Vanovitz coming set. The wind and the pitch. Taken high, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs. Bases are loaded as Corliss trying to drive in that tying run. Corliss waits. The wind and the pitch. Bounced up there. 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 count. As Craig Corliss trying to tie up this ball game. Looking in. Vanovitz stands on the mound. He waits. Comes back set. Winds and delivers. Taken for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Corliss not necessarily agreeing with the call, as now he steps back in. 2-1. 2 outs. Corliss just trying to reach base. Cuts on one and fouls it away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces are wild. And we have another Tioga Down showdown. As Craig Corliss looking to put a ball in play to score the tying run. Vanovitz comes set. He winds and delivers. Taken for ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And it is all the way full. Runners will be on the move right here. 2 outs, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Corliss at the plate, looking for his first hit with the Pioneers this season. The windup and the pitch. Runners are off and going. That one is fouled off, so the runners will all return. That one was a little bit high. Would have been ball 4 had Corliss taken it. So, runners return to their bases. Again, they'll be off and going as soon as the pitcher starts his movement home. Runners at every base. Corliss still looking for his first hit as a Pioneer. The windup and the pitch from Vanovitz. Cut on and missed. Corliss swings over, and that will do it for the inning. Corliss goes 0 for 3, second strikeout of the night, and as we head to the bottom of the 7th, the Watertown Rapids continue to lead 4-3. All right, and Chase Austin heads back to the mound as again the Elmira Pioneers trying to get everything going their way here. It has been a game that hasn't quite gone their way to this point. As now, Pioneers step back out to the outfield, trailing 4-3. As Chase Austin will be looking to put down another 0. Austin able to do so far. As now, still nobody warming up down in the bullpen. Austin has to be going pretty close to a season high for innings. It's certainly not been a long-term reliever. Has a couple of starts, but again, didn't go more than about 3 innings as that one swung on and missed. Strike 1. 0-1 the count. 4-3 score. Pioneers have 6 offensive outs remaining. Just had their best chance with the bases loaded. The next pitch, taken for a ball. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike as Chase Austin continuing to try to work himself through this one. Austin comes back set. He winds and delivers. Taken for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. As again, Chase Austin comes back set. He winds and pitches. Inside, 3 balls, 1 strike. So Chase trying to get himself going here out on the mound. As I said, still nobody working down in the bullpen. Austin did start with a walk. And pitch taken inside, and that will be a walk to James Crick. So the dangerous first baseman earns himself a free pass. Michael Rounds will be the next man up. And again, the Elmira Pioneers trying to find themselves a way back into this game. It'll be hard to do it if they keep giving away opportunities. As now, Rounds 0 for 1, 2 bases on balls. The wind and pitch from Austin, cut on and missed by Rounds. No balls, 1 strike. So Rounds steps back in. As now it does appear as though there's some movement down there. The wind and pitch again, cut on and missed again. We talked about Austin's fastball. It is certainly impressive. but he is much more relegated to using that knuckleball pitch, as now we'll see what he chooses to do here. The wind and pitch, a little bit high, one ball, two strikes. There we are. As now, Austin comes back on the mound. Strikes. The wind and the pitch. Low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Austin usually tops out about the mid 80s for the fastball. As again, Crick, the first baseman. The wind and the pitch. I'm not sure where that missed, as the catcher, Bryce Moskowitz, absolutely froze, trying to make sure the umpire saw where that one landed. As now again, Austin coming back set. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and fouled away. 3 balls, 2 strikes one more time. As Crick stands at first. Neftali Severino Cronier warming up down in the bullpen. Austin looks in. Gets his sign. Ground ball here will get by Turner. Scooping that up is Schultz. And now runners will stand on first and second. So Michael Rounds goes 1 for 2. Vinny DeRubius 1 for 3. Struck out, grounded into a double play, and does have an RBI. As now again, have to see what the Pioneers can do here. Got the ground ball they wanted, but Turner was just too far over. Didn't quite have the range there. The wind and pitch, cut on, driven out towards left, and that one will get over the head of the left fielder. Hurrying to throw it in. Runner coming around from third, and he will score as insurance run crosses the plate. Hold on, Turner not happy with that. He tagged the runner. As now again, Turner stared at the second base umpire. He was unhappy with the call of safe back at second. So DeRubius goes 2 for 4, earns himself his second RBI of the day. That's going to bring Cale Showers up to the plate. Catcher and pitcher will meet to discuss this as runners continue to stand on first and second. It's a 5-3 lead now for the Watertown Rapids. So this is going to bring in the whole infield as well as manager Matt Birch. So I believe Birch is calling for Neftali Severino Cronier. As again. So Cronier coming into the game now. As Chase Austin will make his exit, Neftali Severino Cronier makes his way into the game. So Cronier heads back in here. We'll see what Cronier can do with the interesting situation he finds himself in here. Runners at first and second with nobody out in the inning. Cronier's numbers 6.84, 2 wins, 3 losses, 8 appearances, 5 games started. He has a save, 25 innings pitched, 34 hits, 24 runs, 19 of them earned, 7 bases on balls, and 22 strikeouts. We'll step aside for just a moment and see what Neftali Severino Cronier can do as you're listening to Elmira Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, so we talked about it. Neftali Severino Cronier comes into the game as now again he will have runners on first and second to deal with as he steps back in here. Runners head back to first and second. Kale Showers 0 for 3, struck out, has reached on an error. Cronier does tend to deal well out of the stretch. We'll have to see what he can do here. As Cronier enters the game, nobody out here in the bottom of the seventh inning. It's a 5-3 deficit for the Pioneers right now. Cronier steps on to the pitcher's mound. He looks in, has his sign, winds and delivers. Taken for a ball, 1-0. Neftali sure can throw with some heat. As now, Cronier coming back set. He winds and delivers. Low, 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 count. As again, Neftali looks in. He comes set. The wind and the pitch. Cut on. Drilled through the infield. That's going to get to left. As now the Pioneers will quickly throw that one back in. As still nobody out. Kale Showers has now had his first hit of the evening. He goes 1 for 4. That's going to bring up Nate Chase. Chase 0 for 1, 2 bases on balls. Have to see what the Elmira Pioneers defensive staff can do here, as with runners at every base, Cronier certainly going to have his back against the wall. So Cronier looks out. The wind and pitch, cut on, and that one will be fouled off. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. As again, Cronier looks in. He waits. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and missed. No balls, 2 strikes, says Cronier, trying to go back to work here. Cronier looking in. The wind and the pitch. Just a bit outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As again, Cronier trying to move himself through this inning. Certainly a long way to go. He winds and pitches, swung on, and that'll be missed as Cronier earns himself a strikeout. So down goes Chase for the second time tonight. Danny DeMarzo, the next man up, 0 for 1, 2 bases on balls. DeMarzo tonight playing heck of a catch to deny Craig Corliss his first base hit as a Pioneer a couple innings ago. Double play here would work in the Pioneers' favor. As the wind and pitch taken high, 1 ball, no strikes. So 1 ball, no strikes, as again, Neftali Severino Cronier trying to get out of this inning. The wind and the pitch taken, driven out there towards left center. The play will be made, but that will be deep enough to drive in the run, as that will be a sac fly for DeMarzo, as that will make the score 6-3 now for the Pioneers deficit, as they continue to try to work themselves through this inning. Cronier getting 2 outs, but 1 run did come across to score. As now again, top of the order, Drake Smith, 1 for 3, base on balls, and a strikeout. Never going to be an easy one as you face the top of the order. So coming back set, Cronier winds and delivers high, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. As again, Cronier looks in. 6-3 deficit now. As Cronier Looks in. The wind and the pitch. Popped up here. As the catcher's sprinting back for it. He will not make the play. As again, 6-3 is the score out there on the field. As again, 2 runs have come across here in the bottom of the 7th inning, as now it's been fixed. So again, 2 runs in the first, 2 runs in the second, and 2 runs here in the bottom of the 7th. Cronier trying to close out the bottom of the 7th. Pitch is in there for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. As the Elmira Pioneers trying to find their way through this inning. Cronier winds and deals. High again, 3 balls, 1 strike. Neftali trying to find his way. He's just really had some trouble since coming into this game here after replacing Chase Austin. The wind and pitch popped up and fouled. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. So this next pitch will be definitive one way or the other. Stepping in, Drake Smith, the third baseman, the leadoff man, as now there's a bird on the field. 2 birds on the field. Hopefully that does not interfere with the play. The pitch gets by the catcher. Runner is coming around third and goes halfway home before the Pioneers catcher will make the stop. Second base on ball of the night for Drake Smith. Derek Kasperzak, fresh from his All-Star appearance, 0 for 2, base on ball, sac fly, and an RBI. As now the Elmira Pioneers need just 1 out to get out of this bottom of the 7th inning, in which they've already given up 2 runs. It's a 6-3 deficit. As now, coming back set, Cronier winds and delivers. That one's popped up. This should be playable. Going back is Turner. As it goes off the glove in fair territory. This is going to allow 1 run, 2 runs, a 3rd run heading for home. 3 runs are going to tally here, as it's a bases clearing knock. Excuse me, that was 2 runs, not 3. As hold on, I'm confused here. As Cronier has the bases cleared here. Runner stands at second base. Cronier still trying to get this squared up, as now the Pioneers trail 8-3. As again, an error from the right fielder, Garrett Schultz, who had to run a very long way to try to get there. So Kasperzak will earn himself a... Well, no, that's he'll reach on an error on that one, actually. So stays 0 for 3. As now, first pitch to Emil Matty. In there for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. All right, now it's been corrected. It's 9-3. I thought there was 3 runners on. The windup and the pitch. Cut on and popped up. Should be playable for Schultz. He's got it, as that will do it. Matty goes 3 for 5. And again, 3 runs come across to score on the error. It's a 9-3 ball game here as we head to the top of the 8th. Pioneers with a lot of ground to make up. We'll see if they can do it when we come back here on Mixlr.com. All right, so Mark Maestrick enters the game as he steps in. So far this year, a 3.52, no wins, 1 loss, 12 appearances, 23 innings pitched, 21 hits, 13 runs, 9 of them earned, 14 bases on balls, and 21 strikeouts, including 1 intentional base on balls. So we'll see what the Pioneers can do against him. As now, first man stepping up to the plate will take his cuts from the right-hand side as Bryce Moskowitz steps up to the plate. Pioneers really having some trouble here as they trail by a whopping 6 runs, 9-3, here in the top of the 8th inning. So the wind and the pitch, cut on, ground ball there towards the shortstop. Misplayed there by the shortstop, and Moskowitz will reach. So Moskowitz, the first man on base here. As again, that's going to bring up Zach Turner. Turner reaches. Then we'll see the top of the order as the Pioneers really trying to get this game started back up. They trailed by a whopping 6 runs with just 6 outs remaining. The wind and the pitch, cut on by Turner, driven out there towards the right field bullpen as that will fall in for a foul ball. 0 for 1. No balls, 1 strike. As Turner has reached twice on a fielder's choice here tonight. So Turner steps back in as Maestri looks in. Maestri has his sign. He winds and delivers. Cut on. This one will be caught by the center fielder. So Turner goes 0 for 4 on the day. That's going to bring up Jeff Mejia. Mejia 2 for 3, was hit by a pitch, does have an RBI. As again, Pioneers looking for some late inning magic. The rally caps are on as they trail by 6 runs. The concert across the street has apparently let out, as well as the parking lot overflowing now is starting to get a little less full. As Maestri looks in, Mejia waits. The windup and the pitch. Taken for a ball, 1-0. As Mejia trying to work his way on base here. 1 out here in the top of the 8th as the Pioneers trailing by 6 runs. The pitch taken in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A Tioga Down showdown. As again, Mejia waits, the wind and the pitch. Taken high. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1. As once again, Maestri looks in, checking on that runner at first. The wind and pitch. Taken for a strike. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Mejia stepping right back up. Mejia looks out. The wind and the pitch. Taken for a ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. As Maestri looks in. Maestri waiting for the sign. As again, coming back set, the wind and the pitch. Taken for a strike. Mejia watches that one as he will strike out for the first time today. Brody Moore, 2 for 4, struck out earlier today. As Mejia not happy. So Mejia and previously Zach Turner resulted in 2 outs so far. It's now up to Brody Moore to keep things going with a runner on first. That runner, Bryce Moskowitz. The wind and the pitch. Cut on. Ground ball towards the shortstop. Played on the short hop, turned over, and that will do it for the top of the 8th inning. Brody Moore goes 2 for 5. The Pioneers will head to the bottom of the 8th, trailing by 6. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, and welcome back in here as the Pioneers head to the bottom of the eighth inning, trailing by 6. Gonna trust Neftali Severino Cronier to get them through to the top of the ninth and hopefully find some offense. I'll tell you what, it has been pretty rough for the Pioneers to this point. Zach Turner has taken over the turn on second base as Pioneers have lost both of their original second basemen, Nathan Berg and Mason Ruhlman. So, Neftali heads up and will try to get the damage done as James Crick be the first man to face him here in the bottom of the eighth. So Cronier looks in as the windup and the pitch. Cut on there by Crick. This is popped up. Should be playable for Garrett Schultz. He has a read and makes the grab. So Crick goes down very, very quickly. 0 for 4. That'll bring up Michael Rounds. Rounds 1 for 2 on the day. 2 bases on balls. As Cronier trying to just get in here and get through this inning. So Rounds steps back up. As again, Cronier staring daggers in at his catcher. Now he's got his sign, winds and delivers. In there for a strike, 0-1. Cronier keeps working. As now looking for 2 more strikes to get the second out here. The wind of the pitch. Taken outside, or inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, a Tioga down, showdown. As coming back set is Cronier. He winds and delivers. In there for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1 the count. As Cronier looks in, he delivers. Cut on and fouled away. As again, 2 ball, 2 strike, 1 out count. As again, see what Cronier can do here. He looks in for the sign, has it, comes set, delivers, ground ball. Turner scoops it up, throws to first in time, as that will be the first 2 outs of the inning. Rounds goes 1 for 3. Vinny DeRubius will be the next man up. He is 2 for 4, strikeout, double play, and 2 RBIs. So coming back set, DeRubius trying to keep the inning going. The Pioneers trying to get to the top of the ninth and gets their offense going. As that's thrown in and hits him, Cronier came a bit too far inside, as DeRubius will now be hit by a pitch and head for first base. That's going to bring up Kale Showers. Showers, who is 1 for 4, struck out, reached on an error. As now, Neftali Severino Cronier trying to push this inning to the end. As now, coming back set. Cronier throws over to first. Again, not a deceitful move over to first. Well advertised as coming back set again. Cronier winds and delivers. Ground ball played through right through the middle and to the center fielder who stops it, scoops it up, and throws back into the infield. So, runners stand at first and second base. As again, Nate Chase will come up. Chase 0 for 2, 2 bases on balls, and a strikeout today. So, going to be a back against the wall situation here for Neftali Severino Cronier. Runners at first and second. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and fouled over there. That one will get out of play. We remind you again, make the right decision. Insist on Gerber Collision and Auto Glass. As now, once again, Cronier has no ball, 1 strike count, 2 outs. Just needs one more out. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and fouled away again. No ball, 2-strike count. As Cronier 1 strike away from getting out of the bottom of the 8th. The Pioneers trailing 9-3. 2 runs given up in the first, 2 in the second, 5 in the bottom of the 7th. As they try to put up a 0 here. Coming back set, Cronier. Checks the runner at second. Checks him again. Winds and delivers high. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Certainly had some pop on that one, however. So, Cronier. He looks in. Winds and deals. Fouled off again. Keeping himself alive. The batter, number 16, Nate Chase, playing second base tonight. As we said, 0 for 2, 2 bases on balls, and a strikeout. Looking in. Neftali waits. He comes set. He winds and delivers. Cut on and fouled away again. Keeping himself alive as Neftali just trying to find one pitch he can get by Nate Chase. Cronier takes the ball back to the mound. Finds his rubber. Looks in. As now Chase steps out of the box. So Cronier will reset. All right, so back we go. Cronier steps back on the rubber. Bryce Moskowitz puts his helmet back on, and now we are ready to go. One more pitch will get Cronier out of the inning. Cronier looks in. Comes back set. The wind and pitch. High on Nate Chase again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces are wild. Another Tioga Down showdown. And now again. The windup and the pitch. High again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2, 2 outs. Cronier 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. 1 ball away from loading the bases. Cronier looks in. Nate Chase watching. Cronier delivers. Popped up. Comes over here towards third base. As again, that one will land right on top of the booth here. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As one more time. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Cronier looking in. He winds and delivers. Ground ball here towards third. Scooped up, thrown over to first. Pulled off, but tags the man anyway. That will do it. As Trey Harmon with the wherewithal to make the tag. So the Pioneers deficit stays at 6. We head for the top of the 9th inning. Pioneers one last chance to get themselves even. It's a 9-3 game. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, so another new pitcher. Kenny Sisson steps in to pitch here tonight. A 3.18 ERA, 2 wins, no losses, 8 appearances, 17 innings, 11 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned, 8 bases on balls, and 23 strikeouts, as he is going to face a Pioneers lineup that desperately needs to get something going. They trail by 6 runs here, as they have had very good success here in Watertown. Has not been the case here tonight. So, Sisson working things out, as now he throws his final warm-up pitch. Stepping up to the plate, the Pioneers will try to get things going, as leading it off is number 31, Nathan Peng, 0 for 4 on the night. As Baby Shark is played. Nathan Peng trying to go to work here. 0 for 4, reached on an error and struck out. Sisson winds and delivers. Taken for a strike right down the gut. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Sisson looking in. He winds and delivers. Taken for strike 2. Peng quickly down 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes as Sisson comes out working quickly. The windup and the pitch. Blasted back out by Peng. That's going to reach the outfield. He will make it to first, so Peng goes 1 for 5 on the night. That'll bring up Garrett Schultz. Schultz 1 for 4, reached on a fielder's choice and struck out. As now the Pioneers trying to get things going here in the top of the 9th inning, trailing 9-3. Schultz, the freshman to be at Xavier, has certainly been a reliable fielder out there in right so far this season. So again, the windup and the pitch. Taken for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. As again, coming set. That one, Schultz says it got him, but the umpire says no. 2 balls, no strikes. Once again, looking in, Sisson. He comes set. The wind and the pitch. Taken for ball 3, 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes as Garrett Schultz trying to find his way on base. As again, Schultz looks in. The wind and the pitch. Sisson throws ball 4, and Garrett Schultz now heads to first base. So the Pioneers have the first 2 batters of the inning on base as Trey Harmon comes up. Harmon 2 for 4 has already hit into a fielder's choice as Harmon won the home run derby just 48 hours ago. Would love to see him pull the Pioneers within 3 with a long ball here. Harmon waits. Sisson coming set, the wind and the pitch. Taken for a ball. 5th straight ball for Sisson. As again, Harmon waits. Sisson coming set. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and fouled away. 1 ball, 1 strike. As Trey Harmon looking to put the ball a long way from home plate here. 1-1 count. Nobody out. Runners at first and second for Trey Harmon. Harmon from Kentucky looks in. Sisson set on the hill. The wind and the pitch. Cut on by Harmon. Right back, hits the pitcher flush right on the back, as that will result in an out, but it will advance the runners. That cannot feel very good, as they're going to go check on the pitcher, Sisson. He took that one flush, and Harmon certainly can put some force behind the ball. Medical staff coming out to just make sure Sisson's okay. Appears to be moving around okay. As again, Brennan Derigi will be the next man due up. Derigi 1 for 3, struck out, double play, and was hit by a pitch so far here tonight. As it appears, Sisson going to be okay to stay in the ball game. As now again, Derigi will be the next man up, to be followed by Craig Corliss. See what Derigi can do here. As Derigi steps back in. Derigi waits. As coming back set is Sisson. Sisson winds and delivers. Taken for a strike. No balls, 1 strike to Brennan Derigi. Derigi, who has struck out 1 time tonight, did earn the fans here in Watertown free tacos. The pitch. Low. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A Tioga Down showdown. As I was just told, all 37 fans in attendance will receive a taco. That was your own guy saying it. I'm just saying. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I've been now corrected at least twice that now. As coming back set. Derigi waits. The wind and the pitch. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As once again, the windup coming up here from Sisson as he tries to work his way through. 2 ball, 2 strike count. 1 out. The wind and pitch. Taken high. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2 count. As Brendan Derigi tries to reach base here, the Pioneers trailing by 6. Derigi waits. Sisson coming back. He winds and delivers. Taken for ball 4, and that will load the bases as Derigi heads down. That'll bring up Craig Corliss. Corliss 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a base on ball on the night. As now again, the Pioneers trying to get themselves back in this game. Craig Corliss has yet to achieve a hit as a member of the Pioneers. 9-3 in favor of Watertown. Craig Corliss waits. The first pitch taken for a strike, 0-1. As now again, Corliss trying to find his first hit as an Elmira Pioneer. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and missed. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. As Corliss trying to get things going. Pioneers have the bases loaded. They've had this before for Corliss, and he was unable to come through. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and missed as Corliss goes down for the 3rd time tonight on strikes. As that's going to bring up Bryce Moskowitz. Moskowitz 2 for 3, reached on an error, base on balls, and an RBI. 2 outs as Moskowitz tries to keep things going. Still a 9-3 deficit for the Pioneers. As again, Moskowitz steps up to the plate. Coming back set, the wind and the pitch. Fouled off there towards those red seats down the right field line. No balls, 1 strike as Moskowitz trying to straighten this out. He has runners on every base, just needs to drive home some runs and make this one a little bit closer. The wind and the pitch. Bounces by. This should score the run from third as Peng will cross the plate. And the Pios now trail 9-4. So Elmira continuing to work. They're not giving up. You got to give the credit where credit is due as Moskowitz still has runners 90 feet from home. 1-1 count up on the board there. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. The wind and the pitch. Cut on by Moskowitz. That is a pop fly. Back behind second. And the catch is made. That will do it. Moskowitz goes 2 for 4 on the day. The Pioneers fall 9-4. The Pios are right back in action tomorrow night against Utica, live from Utica. I will be there with all the action. You won't want to miss a minute. Once again, the final score here in Watertown, 9-4. Your Elmira Pioneers fall tonight. Look to see them get back in action tomorrow against Utica and then home back at historic Dunn Field on Saturday. Good night, Elmira.